Good morning, Nashville and surrounding areas. We come to you live at the Mighty 147. This is Auto Talk. We're coming here with David McMillan and Mr. Buddy Blues, co-host.
Buddy Blues. Yeah. Good morning, Nashville. You are listening to A to Z Auto Talk with Mr. David McMillan. Please give us a call today at 615-737-9865. You can also call in at 615-227-1470. And we're going to remind all of our listeners that we are coming to you live from WVOL, and we would like for you to start listening to us on the internet. On WVOL is on 24 hours a day on the internet. That is www.wvol1470. And good morning, Mr. McMillan.
Good morning. I would like to say this is the day that the Lord has made, and we're going to be glad and rejoice in it today. And today is Sunday, June the 25th, I think, the day after Father's Day.
This is the show after Father's Day.
Yeah, you know, after Father's Day, we start having these reunions, family reunions. If you never went to a family reunion, you might have a family union.
Do I have to go, Dad?
Yeah, you need to go to the union, not the reunion. If you didn't go last year, it's a union. If you went last year, it's a reunion. So anyway, we really going to talk about summer travel.
Yes, sir.
But before we do that, you want to do some commercials with
Yes, sir. I would like to mention our great sponsors. Today's show is being sponsored by Curtis Printall. Curtis Printall is located here in Nashville at 3530 West Hampton Avenue, Nashville, Tennessee. That phone number here in Nashville is 615-400-5817. And there's another number for Curtis you can call. That's a direct number. This number is for the office. This number is 615-876-0088. And once again is my good old friend, Mr. Attaboy, better known as Will A. Ellis. His number is 615-972-0126. Auto repair, no job too big, too small, Mr. Attaboy. His location is 1211 Brick Church right here in Nashville, Tennessee. Let me say that one more time. Mr. Attaboy, a personal friend of mine, great mechanic. That is 615-972-0126. And the best sponsor of the day is Mr. Prim's Automotive. Thank you, Mr. Ramsey. Mr. Ramsey is located at 801 East Trinity Lane here in Nashville, Tennessee, and that number is 615-228-4478. And good morning, Mr. McMillan.
Good morning again. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And we were going to talk about summer travel. And a lot of times people, you might get a new car, you might lease a car this time of year, and you want to try it out, go out of town or whatever. And we're going to talk about some of the things that make us safe when we go out of town. A lot of times we don't have a problem, like you might have a key lost, you lose a key or something. I remember having that to happen to me once. Go out of town in a strange area and have a car problem. Say like a lost key can be a major problem with these cars they have now with these, I can't pronounce that thing they put in the car, the fob, or the Ford.
I call it a key bob.
Key bob, or whatever the big thing is.
It's got a panic button on it.
It's got plenty of accessories on that little thing. It's got this. You can open your door, you can lock your door, you can let your windows down, you can open the trunk. It can even start the car, remote start. This thing has a lot of gadgets on it. This thing that they use for a key. And plus, if you lose that, it can cost you dearly if you're somewhere, let's say in Vegas or somewhere out of town, or not in from where
So what is a good suggestion? So while I'm out on the road, away from home, what should I do, Mr. McMillan?
I would think I would have it'd be cheaper to have one made, have a spare, produced before you leave, and put it in a safe spot in your wife's purse. Don't lock it in the trunk of your car, though. Just have a spare key with you at all times.
You know what you really have just done, Mr. McMillan. You have given me permission to ask my wife for an extra key to her car while we're on the road.
You're on the road
just
only.
On the road.
On the road only.
Now, you heard that from Mr. McMillan.
Yeah. Now, when you get home, make sure she put the key
Oh, don't worry.
in the house.
She might not even take me back home.
Yeah.
But if two people have a key apiece, there's a greater chance that I know I might lose mine, but mine comes with a string around the neck. I'm a latchkey kid, but having 2 keys is a great
Have a spare of key. You might want a spare belt, 17 belt.
Yes.
You have, for God's sake, if you're going across the desert, like you're going to drive to California.
Arizona.
Yeah, have some Arizona, someplace like that. You might want to have 2 GPS devices because I had that problem before. I was going to Georgia, somewhere in Georgia, Newton, Georgia, Holton, Georgia, somewhere in Georgia, and we had a GPS device, and it got lost. The GPS got lost, except it started taking me in different directions. But we also had another passenger in the car that had a backup, which I think is a good thing. Because if you don't know where you're going, you need 2.
There's nothing wrong with having a backup.
Have a backup. You need a backup.
I'll be honest, I still use a compass.
Well, anyway, this thing got to tell me to get off of roads that I didn't know that it didn't exist. I'm on the interstate, they turn right here, turn left there, but just we had a backup. Plus, I had a what you call when they listed on the paper.
Yes, your directions.
The directions on the paper, that helped me a whole lot. I had that sent to me.
Now that was the best backup that you pre-planned your trip. But I'm amazed. That's a great suggestion I hadn't thought of because I always have extra keys to the car, but when I leave town, I don't actually bring them with me. And that's the best time to have that extra key.
When you need an extra key, if you lose the key somewhere at a service station, you say you're way out, it's going to cost you some real money to have a duplicate made. Plus, if you have what you call it, that fob or that
key
big
ball.
that big device thing got all these gadgets on it. And you got to have it reprogrammed. You might have to find a dealer to program it.
That's true.
And you don't have to have that, but you need to have one pre-programmed that you can get to without having all this stuff done in an emergency situation.
Well, those are great suggestions that can help in the prevent of an accident or occurrence. It's always great to be prepared, and I like how you said that you wrote down the directions on paper, because I'm an old school paper guy.
I had to write it down.
Just in case something goes wrong with the GPS, the battery can run low.
The battery go down, I mean, it can just lose its mind. That's what happened. His GPS lost its mind.
It got lost.
It got lost. We're so far up in Georgia, if you get off in those tall pine trees, it can block that signal. And that's what the guy was telling me. He said, well, you down in Georgia, stuff can happen down there. Strange things happen down there. So anyway, that's what happened to me. And that's I hate to even think about it. Because I was so lost. I don't know. I enjoy getting lost sometimes. I find new places.
It's a new adventure exploring. You're not lost. You're exploring. You're in a
new area.
New area.
But I got so lost, I got scared, because I don't want to get that lost anymore. So that's why I say have a backup plan for everything.
Yes, sir.
And another thing I was thinking about too, the fuel. I suggest when you driving long distance, try to use the best fuel, because when you go in different areas, sometimes the fuel is a little different, and if you're using the high test fuel, it helps that catalytic converter. A lot of people don't know that regular gas, it burns that catalytic converter out because it has that low octane, and it has an effect on. That's why they actually import cars, they would say use unleaded, premium unleaded. Some cars have it wrote in their dash what kind of gas to use. They do that because it protects that catalytic converter. I did a little research on that.
Yes, sir. So
when you're traveling, try to use the best gas, because you got a steady flame going through your catalytic converter, and you got a steady flame in the engine. You want to use the best fuel. And I found a lot of time when you're going on a long trip, premium gas lasts longer. You get better mileage out of the premium gas.
That is true.
Out of the regular gas. So it might cost, you might think you spend a little bit money, but you're actually saving more money because you don't burn as much fuel. If you drive like you're running 70, 80 miles an hour, that's a lot of gas going through that catalytic converter. It's staying hot for at least 4 or 5 hours before you stop and refill it. So you need to try the best. I always try the best. The premium fuel when I'm traveling long distance. I love to drive. I was in Vegas. We were in a car and drove to Berkeley. I didn't know it was a 7-hour drive, but
yes, it's a nice little ride across the desert.
Across that Mojave Desert.
But most people go from Berkeley to Vegas. And then they walk back home. Then you walk from Vegas.
Right, because I went to Vegas was on the plane, had to come back on the bus because I went too deep in the pockets out there.
You were initiated into the Vegas experience that we don't talk about. Stay in Vegas. It's staying in Vegas. That's staying in Vegas. Well, Mr. McMillan, I would like to make you aware of a great thing that I heard of. It's called Auto Rescue. Auto Rescue is a community project sponsored by Mr. David McMillan. If there is a vehicle or a car on your property you'd like to have removed at no cost to you, excuse me, you can call Mr. McMillan, and that number is 615-474-3039. Please call him after the show, and that vehicle can be removed. But one of the great things I like to think about today is Curtis Print All. Curtis Print All is a nice business here locally in town, located at 3530 West Hampton in Nashville, West Hampton Avenue, and that number is 615-876-0088. They make cards, they make about everything you can imagine that can be printed. They can make it, and they're open to your suggestions. So just down at Curtis Print All, give them a call and just mention, because you might need programs. You might have an event come up and you might need flyers. You might need business cards. Or that old thing that we need so much, you might need a resume. The first impression someone has of you would be that resume, and Curtis Print All could do the best job. Let me say that number one more time. Curtis Print All, and these are color prints there, or whatever you design or can come up with, and that number is 615-876-0088.
Yeah, I would like to add too.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Curtis Print All, he prints on both sides of the card at the same paper. A lot of people don't know about they print on both sides of the card. You can have two businesses in one. You print on both sides of the card in color and whatever you want to print.
Once again, I am looking at this card, and I know you're not going to let me have it, but this is a very nice card that's laminated, and I think I might have to borrow this Curtis Print All call. But Curtis Print All number is 615-876-0088.
Yes, and we're going to go back into the program.
Yes, sir.
I was thinking about some more stuff too, and you know, when you travel, you might have a breakdown or something of this nature. And if you, your vehicle have a warranty, and that's one thing we don't think about. Like, we have a warranty on our vehicle. Like, say I bought my vehicle and I got a warranty on it.
Yes, sir.
And I might not have all my documents saying where I had my service done or whatever this state I'm in out of town. How do I prove that my warranty is valid? I mean, how do I do that?
I understand.
So you might have to, if it's on the weekend, it's going to be hard to do.
They're closed.
Yeah, they're closed. So we have to try to keep documentation when you're traveling. Keep your automotive documentation, just like your driver license. If you had your oil change at the proper time, that's what they'll ask you first thing. If you have an engine problem, the first thing
they want to know if you kept up your service
manager, he's going to ask you for that service record. Because they don't want to really do this. Because this is a warranty type thing. But they don't charge
I will say that you have to have proper documentation of these facts, and it's easy to do those things. And most of the times you could just ask your mechanic to give you a hand with that stuff, and that's why when I'm getting my car repaired, I like to use Mr. Prim Automotive. Mr. Prim Automotive is located here in Nashville, Tennessee, at 801 East Trinity Lane. His phone number is 615-228-4478. He sells cars. He knows all about how to get them licensed, and he can give you advice on how to get through admissions, which you call modern here in town. And that's Prim Automotive. Thank you, Mr. Mike Ramsey. One more time with your phone number, and that is 615-228-4478.
Yes, and I would like to mention, too, if you'd like to call into the radio station here this morning.
Yes, you can reach us here at WL, and that number is 615-737-9865 and 615-227-1470.
And if you'd like to have your business announced on the radio, you can contact me, Mr. Heiberg, here at the radio station. You can contact me at, 615 474.
3039.
And we'd love to put you on.